going on, guys? Your boy X here. Today I'm reviewing Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 2 review. Sorry I am late, as y'all can hear maybe from my voice or whatever. You watched my other videos. I got my wisdom teeth pulled. All four of them. Got all four of them pulled. So that's why I'm talking like this, not really opening my mouth or whatever. And when the chapter came out, you know, I was still feeling bad or whatnot. I feel better now in terms of, like, you know, my body and whatnot. Like, I don't really feel sick. It's just really my mouth that's the problem now, right? So just bear with me. Hopefully, obviously, by the next chapter, since it's a month later, I should be healed by then. But with this chapter, you're gonna have to deal with it, so apologies in advance. But chapter opens up with a nice little cover page with Sardo. You know, black and red go together like peanut butter and jelly, so but obviously, yes, chapter opens up where Boruto comes in. You can definitely tell personality has shifted. He's no longer the Boruto that we knew before. He's telling Code, hey, withdraw your monsters or else I ain't playing with you. Code's looking at him like, who is this guy, right? Even Sardo's looking at Boruto a little iffy, right? You know, it's like, oh, what? And Sarda even wants to, like, start talking to Boruto, like, you know, she's like, Boruto, but he's all like, hey, we'll talk later, there's people that need to be saved, go ahead and do that and survive. And I'm like, god damn, right? Like, he's not, like, heartless to her, but it's kind of like he's just being serious in the moment. Like, it's like, hey, these monsters are attacking the village, people are dying or about to die, we need to save everybody that we can. So I understand why he told that to Sarada. You know, it's just coming from Boruto, like this, like, kind of cold personality, if you will. It's just kind of like different, right? You know, I'm all for it. I'm liking this Boruto. That's all. 2 chapters in, I'm liking this Boruto. Yeah. Afterwards, we get some scenes with Ikuchikacho as well as Himiwari. They're facing off against some of the monsters. Chocho's over here about to get snatched up by one of them, but luckily Inojin saves her. But then one of them, I think, comes out of another one, if I'm not mistaken, that he had grabbed, or he let loose of it in the air. I can't remember. I think it attacked this bird and he kind of like dropped it a little bit. So it was about to kill Himiwari, it looked like. But this is when Kawaki comes through. And now, this is interesting, right? Because, you know, she's all like, thanks, big bro, which is, that's what she always called Boruto. You know, but he's like, stop calling, I told you to stop calling me that. Now, you would think that if somebody keeps telling you that, like their personality is changing, you would think something is off, right? Like, you know, it's like, Boruto didn't have a problem with me saying big bro all the time. And I'm not talking about, like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know Kawaki took his spot, but I'm saying, like, you know, that whole time you didn't have a problem with me saying big bro. Why all of a sudden now do you have a problem with me saying big bro, right? But in the midst of this, and I loved it, I love to see it, the damn 10-tailed monster grabbed that boy Kawaki by the head, slammed that boy face down. I damn near did an applause. I was like, oh yeah, he deserves way more than that, but that'll do for now. That'll do for now, right? But thanks to Shikadai, you know, Shao possessed him, and then that boy Kawaki obliterated that fool. He was mad. And if I remember correctly too, I think like they was like saying Osuski or whatever, right? Which we find out later on through code why that is. But afterwards with that, we go back to Boruto where he starts slicing and dicing. I'm talking about he's cutting these boys up left and right, like look like with ease, honestly. He ain't breaking a sweat. He's just one hand, right? Instantly. And then, you know, they start talking about the 10 tails a little bit, and Boruto's all like, you don't understand the true horrors of the 10 tails. Now, I've seen people like give theories on this, right? Like, oh, how does he know about the 10 tails, right? And people want to say like he went back in time during that whole Shippuden scene where like they show like a person in the far background. Where I've seen some panels of people talking about that, right? I don't even think it's that complicated. I think the reason he might know a little bit about the 10 tails is obviously he's been with Sasuke this whole time. Sasuke knows about the 10 tails, you know, he was there during the war. So, and even his, I would say his dad, maybe, I don't know if his dad had talked to him any about the war, you know, when he was a kid or whatever. But I would assume Sasuke most likely have told Boruto like what happened during the war, most likely during like this time skip period. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he told him like what the Ten Tails was made for and all that good stuff. I think it's that simple. I don't think it's like some complicated shit like, oh yeah, Boruto went back in the past, he saw it firsthand, like none of that. No, I think Sasuke just most likely told him. Now, of course, we still don't know what happened to Sasuke because he wasn't in this chapter yet either, but I think we'll get maybe like after this whole cold ten-tailed monster thing attacking the village, I think we'll finally figure out like what happened within that time span that we're missing, that gap, right? But afterwards with that, Sarada's over here saving people, you know, she's, you know, doing fireballs, Chidori, all that good stuff, but she kind of slips up. She lets one of them get behind her, and this is when, what's his name, Sogi or whatever, he like pushes out the way, gets bit by one of them, and he turns into a tree. And now this is when we find out through code, hey, these things, they're like on the, like they're on the hunt, just really eating people, right? And he's like, but really more so they're eating people until they find an Osusuki, because when they find an Osusuki, you know, that's their whole, the Ten Tails whole thing, turning into the tree, destroying the planet, blah blah blah. We know it, right? So that's pretty much what they're doing right now. But I guess, you know, since they're just attacking everything or whatever, everything's turning their to a tree, but only the Osusuki would turn to, you know, the divine tree, right? So, you know, Boruto's like, all right, buddy, last chance, man. I need you to back off right now, or yeah, I'm about to end your shit like effortlessly. I'm like, oh my god, like Boruto has changed, right? Code is even like, nah, boy, did you not remember when you ran away from me like, what was that, a couple years back? What are you talking about? And yeah, it was like, I guess there's no cure for it, honestly. And we see Boruto charge up a Rasengan, and you know, Ko's like, a Rasengan, one trick pony. But Boruto calls it Razing Uzihiko, which I looked up, and it has to do with a wind god, and I guess the main name you would know is Fujin, which you know, I've heard that name before, and I think as well too, isn't that the one of the Mortal Kombat characters for like the God of Wind, right? But yeah, so the way the picture depicts Boruto, it makes it seem like the Rasengan has formed around him, because you can see like the wind is kind of like swirling around him, or at least that's what it makes it look like is about to happen. I think what would be really cool is think of like Neji's rotation, right? But what if it was like a Rasengan instead of like the rotation, right? I think that would be dope as hell. I mean, technically rotation is technically like that already, but I guess it just doesn't have like that damage factor to it like a Rasengan does, right? So I am curious, next chapter is Boruto just gonna keep walking up the cold, and then Cole's just gonna be standing there like, and then he's gonna get like a little closer, he's like start twirling around himself. Yeah, gonna be very interested to see what happens in the next chapter. This chapter pretty much seemed like a lot of action more than talking, you know, which is cool. We get to see people's demeanors and you know, just a little bit more, but yeah, more or less, lot of fighting here, and Boruto's about it in the end. You know, we're gonna get to see what this new Rasengan is all about, and I guess the level that Boruto's at right now, like, because he's talking the talk, but can he walk the walk is what I'm trying to say. I mean, so far so good. He's slicing and dicing effortlessly. So I guess we'll see what he does to Code, and that'll be the make or break, right? But that's all, guys. Remember, for more Boruto 2 Blue Vortex in the future, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button down below if you're new to the channel. Hit the bell, get up when I drop my videos. Also follow your boy Instagram, Twitter, Discord, TikTok, all that good stuff, description box below. If you like the video, guys, like the video, comment, let me know what you thought of the chapter. And as always, guys, it's been your boy X, and I'm out. Deuces.